Ever wondered why Scandinavian countries consistently rank among the wealthiest and happiest in the world? It's a question that has intrigued economists and social scientists alike for decades. These nations, nestled in the northernmost part of Europe, are renowned not just for their breathtaking landscapes, but also for their robust economies and remarkably satisfied citizens. The secret to their success? It's called the Nordic model, a unique socio-economic system that these countries have finely tuned over the years. A system that ingeniously combines free market capitalism with a strong welfare state, creating a balance that promotes both wealth creation and social equality. It's a model that has proven its mettle, with Scandinavian nations frequently topping global indexes for prosperity, quality of life, and even happiness. The Nordic model is not just a system, it's a philosophy, a way of life. Join us as we journey through the history and mechanics of the Nordic model. To understand the economic success of the Scandinavian nations, we must first delve into the roots of the Nordic model. Born in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, this unique approach to economics and social welfare was a response to the rapid industrialization sweeping across Europe. The Nordic model represents an intricate dance between capitalism and welfare. On one hand, these countries embraced free market capitalism, fostering competition and innovation. On the other hand, they also prioritized the welfare of their citizens, ensuring that everyone had access to quality healthcare, education, and social security. This balance between economic dynamism and social welfare is a defining characteristic of the Nordic model and a key factor in its success. Let's take a step back to the late 1800s. As industrialization took root, it brought with it social and economic challenges. Scandinavian countries, like their European counterparts, were not immune to these upheavals. However, what set them apart was their response. Instead of resisting change, they adapted, crafting a system that combined the best of both worlds. The process was far from smooth, though. Political and labor movements played a critical role in shaping the Nordic model. In the early 20th century, labor unions in these countries began to gain strength, pressing for better working conditions and wages. This pressure from below was matched by political will from above. Progressive political parties, recognizing the need for change, championed policies that supported workers and promoted social welfare. But it was more than just policies and politics. The Nordic model was built on a strong foundation of trust and cooperation. Citizens trusted their government to act in their best interest, and the government, in turn, trusted its citizens. This high level of social trust is another hallmark of the Nordic model, and it continues to play a vital role in its success today. As the world plunged into economic instability, the Nordic model stood firm, proving its resilience and effectiveness. It's a testament to the power of balance between capitalism and welfare, between individual needs and collective responsibility, and between change and stability. The Nordic model, while simple in concept, is a complex system of economic, political, and social mechanisms. It's a bit like a well-oiled machine, with each component playing a crucial role in keeping the whole system running smoothly. Let's take a closer look at these components. Firstly, we have free market capitalism. This isn't necessarily unique to the Nordic model, but it's still an essential part. It encourages competition, drives innovation, and plays a significant role in economic growth. Businesses are free to enter the market, set their prices, and compete against each other, but they do so within a framework of strong government regulation to prevent monopolies, protect consumers, and maintain fair competition. The second pillar of the Nordic model is the strong welfare state. This is where it starts to differentiate itself from other models. The welfare state in Nordic countries is extensive and inclusive, providing a wide range of services such as free education, healthcare, and generous unemployment benefits. Funded by high taxes, these services are available to all residents, ensuring that wealth is redistributed and social inequality is minimized. Lastly, we have collective bargaining. In Nordic countries, labor market policies are largely determined through negotiations between employers and trade unions. This system of collective bargaining helps to balance the power between employers and employees, ensuring fair wages, good working conditions, and job security. So, how do these elements work together? Well, free market capitalism drives the economic growth needed to fund the welfare state. The welfare state, in turn, ensures that the benefits of this growth are distributed evenly across society. Meanwhile, collective bargaining ensures that workers share in the prosperity and have a voice in their working conditions. This creates a virtuous cycle, where each component feeds into and supports the others. The result is a stable and prosperous economy, with high levels of social equality and a strong safety net for those who fall on hard times. Through this unique blend of elements, the Nordic model creates an environment where prosperity is shared and economic stability is the norm. The effectiveness of the Nordic model is not just theory, it's proven by the success of the Scandinavian countries. The economic prosperity of these nations is a testament to the strength of this model, and it's not just about the numbers, it's about the quality of life, the societal structure, and the overall happiness of the citizens. When we talk about economic success, we often look at GDP per capita. Scandinavian countries consistently rank high on this front. Norway, for instance, is one of the wealthiest countries in the world in terms of GDP per capita. Sweden and Denmark are not far behind. But a high GDP is not the only indicator of economic success. One of the most striking features of the Scandinavian economies is their low income inequality. Unlike many other developed economies, the wealth in these countries is distributed relatively evenly. This is largely due to the progressive tax system and the extensive welfare state, both key components of the Nordic model. But the success of the Nordic model goes beyond just the economy. It also translates into a high standard of living. Scandinavian countries consistently top global rankings for quality of life. They have excellent healthcare, world-class education, and robust social security systems. The citizens enjoy a high degree of economic security, which in turn contributes to their overall well-being and happiness. And then there's trust. In Scandinavian societies, there's a high level of trust in government and societal institutions. This trust is not built overnight. It's the result of years of transparent governance and policies that prioritize the welfare of all citizens. This trust is a crucial component of the Nordic model, as it enables the effective implementation of policy decisions. In a nutshell, the Nordic model has enabled Scandinavian countries to build economies that are not only prosperous, but also equitable. They have managed to strike a balance between economic efficiency and social welfare, creating societies where the wealth is not concentrated in the hands of a few, but distributed widely to benefit all. The economic success of Scandinavian countries is a testament to the power and effectiveness of the Nordic model. As we look towards the future, the question remains: can the Nordic model continue to deliver economic success? As we venture into the horizon of the 21st century, the Nordic model faces its fair share of challenges, each demanding innovative solutions and strategic adaptability. One such challenge is demographic changes. The aging population in Scandinavian countries is increasing, and with it, the pressure on welfare states. However, the Nordic countries have always shown a knack for turning challenges into opportunities. They've begun to focus on improving productivity and efficiency in public services, ensuring that the quality of life for their elderly doesn't diminish, while maintaining fiscal balance. Then comes globalization, another double-edged sword. It presents the risk of wage competition from low-income countries and the potential erosion of social cohesion. But again, the Nordic countries are not shying away. They're leveraging globalization by focusing on high-skill sectors and nurturing a well-educated workforce to compete on a global scale. They've also maintained strong social safety nets to protect those affected by the global market forces. And how can we forget technological advancement? While it poses a threat to traditional jobs, the Nordic countries see it as an opportunity to transition towards a knowledge-based economy. They are investing in education and training to equip their citizens with the skills needed for the jobs of the future. But perhaps the most striking characteristic of the Nordic model is its adaptability and resilience. It has shown time and again its ability to evolve and adjust to changing circumstances. Whether it was the oil crisis of the 70s, the financial crisis of the late 2000s, or the current demographic and technological shifts, the Nordic model has always found a way to not just survive, but thrive. While challenges lie ahead, the Nordic model has proven its resilience and adaptability, promising a future of continued prosperity for Scandinavian countries. These countries have shown us that with the right balance of market efficiency and social security, it is indeed possible to achieve economic success while ensuring a high quality of life for all citizens. The economic success of Scandinavian countries is no accident, but the result of a unique and effective economic model. We've explored the intriguing Nordic model, a system that blends free market capitalism with a strong welfare state. It's a model that values social security, high employment, and sustainable growth. We've delved into the key components of this model: high taxes for high-quality public services, strong labor rights, and an emphasis on equality and inclusivity. We've seen the profound impact of these principles leading to some of the highest living standards in the world. Looking ahead, we pondered the future of the Nordic model. Despite challenges such as an aging population and global economic shifts, these countries continue to adapt and thrive. Next time you ponder on the success of Scandinavian countries, remember the Nordic model, a model of shared prosperity and economic stability. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mr. Explainer for more insightful videos.